Welcome back to Improve a Movie. Today we will go over the famous flick about killer machines based on a Stephen King short story. Trucks is about a group of people in a small town in Nevada who have to deal with the mysterious animation of the local vehicles that become uncontrollable and murderous. The small band of people work together to survive and escape the town filled with terrorizing trucks, monstrous machinery, and an RC car that can kill? It stars Timothy Busfield, known for his roles in Revenge of the Nerds 2, and West Wing, I guess. So how do you improve on such a solid piece of cinema history? The opening credit shows a vehicle coming to life and reassembling itself. It promptly kills its owner by driving through his house while he's doing his dishes or cranking one out or something. You never really get to see, but let your imagination do the work for you, alright? There is some slow credit music happening to build up the tension as the aforementioned scene takes place. As much as building a house out of balsa wood and hitting it with a stunt truck looks kind of neat, how about instead we start off with some sweet 80s metal? Maybe one that sounds where the lead singer is trying to swallow a tree frog at the same time, like, ooh, yeah! Then instead of some guy's house, it's a giant bridge that goes ballistic, making cars fall into each other, killing everyone on it. Wait, that seems like familiar territory. Okay, keep the music and have the truck fishtail the guy into his own wood chipper. Next, we move on to establishing the heroes of the story. Ray is the closest thing we get to a main character, and he is played by none other than Poindexter himself, Timothy Busfield. I like Timothy Busfield in the two things I've seen him in, but I feel like this is a job for Emilio Estevez. Don't worry, Timmy, you'd still be in it, but only a second banana to Emilio. We hastily meet the rest of the cast that matter, which are Hope, a woman who recently moved back into town who runs a tour business that preys upon people's obsession with extraterrestrials. Then there's this father and daughter, Thad and Abby. Then some other cannon fodder who's along for the ride named Jack. The family and the old weirdo go on tour with Hope, where they run across an abandoned vehicle in the middle of the road, so Thad decides to move it for safety reasons and such. The old weirdo starts taking pictures, which is the perfect time to off him. It establishes the mood and gets your blood pumping. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. But in my version, he gets snuck up on by 80,000 pounds of pure death and blows up like a water balloon full of ketchup. Or catsup if you prefer. Following this, we have the infamous mailman scene. This poor schlub is just doing his job when a radio-controlled truck escapes from a toy shop and somehow manages not only to break his shins, but also decapitate the unaware postal worker. We see repeated shots of the little contraption smacking the man in the head. Well, I personally find this ridiculous and would like to fix this drug-out scene. Out the gate, I would have the truck ramp out of the toy store going 80 miles per hour straight through the paper chest of that mailman. Seems like an easy fix, so an alternate scene would also have the toy truck trick the man into chasing it before he runs into the road, being caught by none other than the real-life version of that truck that promptly turns him into jelly. There's black smoke that keeps getting pointed out, and it's clearly important to the plot. At one point, somehow it infects a government cleanup van and fills up a hazmat suit, then animates it in such a way that somehow it has the exact physiology of a human skeletal system within. Pretty advanced stuff if you ask me. Then it becomes an axe murderer. And yes, that actually happened. After that point, we have a man trying to escape the truck stop everyone is trapped in by trying to fix a truck? Well, he gets smashed as you would expect, but we see him under the hood at one point, so why not just have the car eat him? Seems like a logical route. We did see a truck pull its own headlight back into itself at the beginning, so they have more control than just the machinery itself. And finally, way later into the film, they take out Jack. Oh, you wanted me to tell you how I would change it? I just wanted to let you know that they eventually take him out. Also, in my script, he died 5 pages in anyways. Our heroes split up after escaping the truck stop. Thad is a pilot, so he and Amy go to the base to get a helicopter. Oh yeah, this kid is in it too. His name is Logan. Ray, Hope, and Logan run away from a scary zombie truck that probably cost a lot to produce and escape on a helicopter Thad and Amy found. Everyone's super happy, except it turns out that Thad isn't there. I guess he got offed by a machine somewhere and Amy was just too scared to go anywhere. Truly a chilling ending, but in my version, they do the smart thing and go where there aren't machines. Amish country. They live out their lives knowing they can't be affected by the onslaught of evil trucks. But just as the screen pans out, you look at the face of the horse and you see an evil plot brewing. And that's how you Frankenstein a movie. Thanks for playing, everyone.